Okay guys, so we're back inside of Helldivers 2 and there's a lot of things going on. Player feedback seems to be at an all-time high and everything seems to be a bit ship-shapey. We've got some horrendous polls and some quotes coming from Shams Georgiani, which is a little bit less desired than what you'd expect it to be. On top of that, we've got a new trick inside of the game that is apparently run through. Now, we are going to dive on into it because this one's going to be a dodgy one. If you haven't already, smash the beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Be greatly appreciated. On top of that, check out our sponsor, GamerSupps, the #1 company that specializes in energy and nutrition products for gamers. The products are sugar-free, low-calorie, and keto-friendly, come in a variety of flavors and a load of accessories to boot. So make sure that you get involved with it. We've got new flavors launching very, very soon. Hit the link in the description, use code CloudPlayers at checkout. Let's dive on into it. Anyway, starting off, we have got a message from the Baskonator as Twinbeard is still on his holiday, as well as the CCO, which neither of them have responded to anything on social media since the 23rd of July. Very long time coming. Anywho, this right here from the Baskonator states, what's this, a player feedback form? In the interest of helping to organize your feedback and suggestions, we have created a form through Dino for the users in our Discord. We don't want your thoughts and feelings to be lost in the channel, but it is difficult to keep up with many pings and DMs in the server during busy periods like this. We are still researching other methods of providing feedback to us, but for now, this is how we'll collect it in Discord. Now, there are some submission guidelines, but due to everything that's happening at the moment, apparently it's not loading correctly. Shock bloody horror. Why we can't use a Google Docs or some other way of doing it, we'll have to wait and see, but we'll dive into that one in just a second. It states right here, submission guidelines. You can only submit feedback once every 7 days, so take your time and fully consider what you want to tell us. Keep your feedback constructive and precise. Non-constructive and toxic submissions will be deleted. This form is meant for feedback on existing or announced Helldivers 2 content and features, not future content ideas. This form is not meant to serve as a game support. If you're encountering bugs and technical issues with the game, please submit a ticket to our official support channel found in the links tab of the Discord, and you must observe our basic rules of conduct in your feedback, or your submission will be deleted and a moderator will warn/action your account in the server accordingly. So yeah, make sure you hit your feedback that way. I'm guessing that they don't want another review bomb happening, so this is how they're planning to do it. Nonetheless, though, this is obviously causing some issues. They're evidently aware that there is a problem with the main warbond. This is obviously a bit of a weird movement. What is it that they know so far? Well, the Baskonator said this yesterday. We have heard your feedback about our change to fire and how it has affected the flamethrowers, and we appreciate our communities continuously being honest about how they feel about Helldivers 2. We're now having a lot of internal discussions about the best course of action. We've also introduced a new poll in the player polls about the Escalation of Freedom, so please weigh in there as well. In the meantime, we don't want to go back on our promise of a new warbond, so here's the Freedom's Flames and all. And this was obviously taken in a little bit of an odd format. They then obviously produced the feedback form, and people have obviously been given their feedback until then. But you may be wondering, what poll is it that's actually in the Discord? Well, this is probably the most lifeless poll I think I've ever seen in my life. How do you feel about the Escalation of Freedom update as a whole? It's good, it's bad, I'm neutral/not sure. And as you can tell, the lowest percentage on this is that it's good. People are not overly happy with the Escalation of Freedom. I think that as an overall, this was an update that was kind of made to look a lot bigger than what it actually is. It does have quite a few added pieces in there, such as the level 10, new Terminids, new bots, new mega nests and stuff like that. And yes, that is all very well and cool, but they kind of maybe packaged it so that it looked a little bit bigger than what it already was. Nonetheless, though, that is what the poll is, with 60,000 votes on it. It is a little bit lackluster, to say the least, and it seems that this is stemming across all social medias, including Reddit and Twitter, as Shams Georgiani took to Twitter over the last couple of days, stating, "Finally found some time to play Helldivers in the new update. Let's see how this flamethrower and difficulty 10 feels. I've gotten like over 200 tweets today with suggestions, opinions, and thoughts on what people think. We have lots of discussions going on internally at the studio, as well as we evaluate this update and plan ahead. Getting pretty humbled by Reddit as per usual, as he posted this tweet right here, which was a screenshot of the review bombing that we all know, with a comment on it saying, so the trick for us as we try to pass feedback is that we have some folks who are very loud. While a lot of you are in the game and like it, we don't know. I've noticed that people aren't fans of nerfs, duh, and performance could be better, but really where we at? And this is a very, very dodgy one, because obviously it's receiving a lot of bad feedback. It's receiving a lot of hatred across social media. I don't think it really warrants as much hatred as it's getting, but I think after the review bomb and us getting our own way with that, maybe people are kicking off tenfold to try and get their own way yet again. I think the update for the most part was okay. If they didn't have the nerfs in toll with it and kept everything as it was, it probably wouldn't have been as bad as people are making it out to be, but people are really kicking off, and the Arrowhead CEO isn't upset about it. This is the most confusing headline I think I've ever seen, with a quotation from Sham Georgiani coming from PCGamer.com stating, Arrowhead boss says he's not upset by the latest Helldivers 2 balance uproar. I'd take this any day of the week over nobody giving an S. And this is a really, really weird take on it. At the part of the article right at the beginning, it states right here that Helldivers 2 players are at it again. Arrowhead nerfed the fan favorite flamethrower in the recent Escalation of Freedom patch, and the community is not taking it well. But in the eyes of Arrowhead CEO Sham Georgiani, it could be worse. And I quote, I'd take this any day of the week over nobody giving an S. And to be clear, I have no problem with what's happening now. We want people to tell us what they like and not. What's happening now, as Georgiani had put, is a pretty fierce blowback to the flamethrower nerfs that drastically reduced its effectiveness against charges. As PCG diver Morgan Park noted yesterday, the pre-nerf flamethrower was a prime choice as a support weapon because its powerful justified the risk of burning yourself and your teammates. That's no longer the case, and it does seem to have a little bit more of a nightmare and a fresh influx of negative user reviews on Steam, more than 2,500 of them over the past 3 days, or at least at this point in time. As we head over to SteamDB right now, it is currently under maintenance, which is extremely ironic, so you can't actually see the Helldivers SteamDB. I am going to be taking a little look at it and seeing exactly what it does have, because I think it would be quite an interesting feature. Although on the main Steam page right now, over recent reviews, 8,300 user reviews over the last 30 days have been positive at 56%. But after going on it, it does seem to be quite literally a mixed review bag, and it is going to be a dodgy one going forward, as I do feel like genuinely, the Helldivers 2 community will go a little bit crackers over this one. They seem to think that for some reason, when we do stuff like this, that's how we get our own way, although it may cause for a bit more damage the second time round. Not everything always works the same way twice. So what is your opinions on the game? What do you guys think is going to happen, and what is your main source of worry? For me, the flamethrower nerf was the biggest problem, and if they reverted that and made fire as effective as it was beforehand, after giving us a brand new flamethrower, a brand new flame pistol, and a load of fire attribute accessories, I think that actually nerfing fire was a little bit of a stupid decision, but nonetheless, that's something that you guys will have to obviously have your opinion on. So use the comment section at your free will and complain to your heart's content, or if you're happy with it, then make sure you let everybody know what it is that you're happy about. I feel like everything has two sides to the coin, but I wanted to push this one out because this received nearly 7,500 upvotes, and this is hilarious. But apparently there's a new neat gun model move which enables you to move your gun when you push up against something, and yes, for the record, it does fire in that direction. I found that absolutely hilarious and was definitely something that was always going to hit the video, even though there's not much Reddit in this one. It looks amazing. Anyway, that's unfortunately all we've got time for today. If you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. And make sure you go and check out our sponsor. GamerSupps are an amazing, amazing company that have given us so much time a day when it comes to this channel. So make sure you appreciate them as well. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the clouds.